Today is Thursday, August 6th, 2026, and this is the Astro Finance Weekly. This week's story is simple. Control of choke points is running the tape. Oil, shipping lanes, and funding markets are moving faster than any earnings report. And the sky window I flagged for this stretch lines up with exactly that kind of forced hand pressure. Coming into this week, my read was that macro shock, not crypto native weakness, would be the dominant force, and that call held. Bitcoin and Ethereum absorbed the volatility from renewed US-Iran strikes without any verified crash or liquidation cascade, which tells me crypto is trading as a high beta risk asset right now, not a separate fault line. What did not confirm was any fresh ETF catalyst or institutional access story that stayed quiet, so upside has nothing fresh to lean on beyond improving risk appetite. This is the kind of sequence the live charts maps before the week opens. The tape this week is telling one story. Crypto sat range-bound, consolidating while the real action happened elsewhere. The Strait of Hormuz saw tanker traffic nearly stop. Maersk shuffled shipping routes through Suez, and oil markets swung into defensive mode on fresh US strikes and Iranian retaliation. Japan's 10-year yield hit a 30-year high, tightening one of the world's key funding anchors. Semiconductor names came under pressure on the same geopolitical nerves, even as Washington eased export controls on frontier AI models. A strategic carve-out inside an otherwise defensive week. None of this is crypto breaking down. It's the whole system pricing who controls the choke point. The question is timing. When does this kind of pressure peak, and when does it release? That's where the sky comes in. The alignment I marked as the live wire for this window is the one activating exactly this kind of forced confrontation, a test of leverage where pressure builds until someone is forced to move first. This is the same energy behind a shipping lane going quiet and a currency's funding cost spiking at once. It doesn't resolve gently. It activates through friction, then release. Lined up against the market timing I just walked through, this window sits right where the geopolitical story is most live, meaning the next several days carry more weight than the calm tape lets on. If you want the day-by-day detail, that lives in the daily Astro Notes, Monday, Wednesday, Friday on YouTube. And if you want the timeline mapped to specific events, that is what the timing desk is for. This is exactly what the live charts is built for. It maps the full bundle: SPX, oil, gold, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, against every major aspect, 6 months out, published 3 times a year, running around 80% backtested accuracy across years. The current chart runs through November and expires August 31st. The next one opens September 1st through March 2027. You can find it at ecoscopia.net. Here is the resolution window. Watch the US-Iran track first. Any confirmed escalation or de-escalation there moves oil, the dollar, gold, and risk assets together, and it's the single largest lever active right now. Layer onto that Japan's bond market. If that 10-year yield keeps climbing, funding conditions tighten globally, not just locally, and that's a slower burn sitting underneath everything else. Then watch the semiconductor and AI policy follow through. Any move from Washington or major chip suppliers reshapes which names get treated as strategically favored versus politically boxed in. Finally, China's inflation data keeps feeding a stagflation undertone across Asia that either strengthens the case for policy support or adds another layer of pressure. All of this lands inside the same window the sky work marked as live. The choke point test isn't background noise this week, it's the main event. And the next 7 days are where it either escalates further or starts to release. The one sovereign takeaway this week: when states can move faster through choke points than markets can price them, patience is the position, not prediction. This weekly is free on Patreon too. Following there costs nothing and it supports the work. And if the markets are not the only thing heavy this week, the quiet fire is the other work. For the weight a man carries quietly, that is there too. If you want the real-time version of this map, the timing desk sends astrology calculated signals for countries, events, and specific market windows. Same-day calibration alongside the live chart 6-month line. The course to draw your own calendar is there too. All linked below. This was the weekly. The daily slices return tomorrow Friday via YouTube. See you then.